So, it's not a book haul, it's a comic haul today. Okay, regular viewers will know that I also collect comics, particularly on the Joss Whedon series I, and I keep up to date with what's going on in the comic world. So I'd like to just share with you a rather large comic haul that my husband came home with yesterday, because it's probably been a good few months since we last went to our local comic shop. So waiting for me in the comic pile was issues 2, 3 and 4. And as you can see, I quite like the pretty covers. I think they're rather nice. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, for those of you that live under a rock for the last 20 years, was a TV series in the 90s that followed a young girl who was the chosen one. She was the person who would hunt the demons and the vampires of our world and send them packing to hell. Events at the end of the television series meant the status quo had changed. I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you want to go and find that out for yourself, please do, because it's a really good series. It sort of set the tone for all other television series aimed at teenagers and young adults. It set the bar for that and certainly introduced the world to Joss Whedon and strong, independent women who are just going to get on and lead their lives and not be dictated to by falling in love or not falling in love. That wasn't the issue. I think that's why Buffy still endures today. It gave us women that were real, like you and me. But the events at the end of the television series changed everything, and the comic series picks up from that. And boy, does it get weird in the middle. I mean, they'd never have made it for the telly if they'd carried on. But certainly the season 10 comics, things have settled down a bit more. I kind of know where we stand. There is some sort of logical order now to the world that we're in. So I'm interested to see where season 11 now takes us, because things have changed again, as all good shows should. And I want to see where they're going. For those of you that are slightly more observant, you might notice down here, tucked away behind some of my books, are some Star Wars books. There's quite a few. I mean, there's another shelf below that you guys can't see, but there's another shelf down there, and then on the bottom shelf are all the graphic novels. But it also means we collect the comics. Now, my husband has the Darth Vader series, the Legacy series, the Knights of the Old Republic series. I fell in love with a very different character. When I saw The Force Awakens 2 years ago now, gosh, has that film been out for 2 years? Christ. Anyway, when I saw The Force Awakens, Poe Dameron is the guy that I cheered for. Finn was great, Rey was great. It's Poe I like though. So of course, he's got his own comic series, as he was one of the most popular characters. So I have already issues 1 to 5 here, again with beautiful covers, beautiful artwork. This is set just before the events in the film, so you don't need to see the film to know what's going on here. And this shows you how long it is since we've been to the comic shop. I've got issues 6 to 11 that were waiting for me, so I need to get busy reading them. As you can probably tell, BB-8's in this series as well, because he's post-droid. So yeah, I will be looking forward to that and seeing what is going on in Poe's world. You might have guessed, as I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm also a big fan of things like Dollhouse, and also a small little series called Firefly. If you have not seen Firefly, please get your hands on a copy. There are only 13 episodes, and it's probably one of the best produced, written series I have ever seen. The fact that it was cut off so brutally short, thank you Fox. When it was shown in America, it wasn't even shown in the right order, so thank you Fox again. I don't even think the UK actually got to see it. I certainly don't remember it being mentioned as being on Sky channels anywhere. It certainly wasn't on terrestrial telly over here. We only found out it because my brother-in-law mentioned it and we picked up the DVD set. Firefly is brilliant. It is cowboys in space, but with Whedon's twist on it, and there's more going on than just cowboys in space. Now that really does it a disservice, but if you can imagine that kind of frontier tone in space with an all-powerful empire, they're not the Empire, but you get the idea, trying to crush the life out of anybody who stands up, It's got great humour, there are brilliant characters in it, fabulous stories. It's not allowed to run stale. These 13 episodes, there's not a duff one amongst them, and they all do something different. Anyway, through lots of fan action, we got a film afterwards called Serenity. Go and see the series though before you see the film. Things will make more sense. And finally, we got a comic spin-off. Now, we've had a couple before. We've had The Shepherd's Tale, which follows one of the characters called Shepherd Book. We've also had Leaf on a Wind, which is set just after the film and follows some of the characters in that. I'm not going to spoil anything in there, though, because spoilers. And then we've got this series, which started up not long ago. This is Serenity. So they did a Dark Horse Presents feature off to start off with. And then we had the actual series. I already had issue 1 and 2, as you can tell. So waiting for me was 3, 4 and 5. Again, as you can see, there is beautiful artwork on the covers. And inside, I'll just open one up for you. It's beautifully done. These are very high standard comics. The artwork is the deciding factor for me, whether I will buy a comic or not. If I don't like the artwork, I won't pick it up, which will be a real shame because I'm sure I'm missing out on a lot of good stories. But if I don't like what I'm looking at, then it really detracts for me. So I'm dead chuffed that the Serenity series is actually beautifully done. The characters are consistently the same from each panel to each issue, which is nice, and it just makes the whole story stick together really nicely. So there we go. So there's my current comic haul. I've only collecting 3 comics at the moment: the Buffy, the Serenity, and the Poe Dameron. We do have to rein it in occasionally because I have been given other comics because they thought I might like them. There was a Buffy spin-off called Willow, which I'm actually getting nearly all the issues for, but I was really gutted I missed a couple. I was like, There was a Spike spin-off, which I decided after a couple of issues, no, I don't want to carry on with that. It was good. I was just like, I didn't have the room. There's also an Angel series. There's Angel of Faith, which gives you some idea of those, the Buffy series, what that comic does. And I didn't bother with that, but the 3 all do cross over occasionally, but it's never been an issue for me. I've not needed to know what's going on in those other comic series to appreciate the Buffy one. So there we go. Let me know if you collect any comics. They're just as good as books. They do take up just as much room. Let me know what you're reading in them, which series you think are worthwhile picking up, which ones I should completely avoid, because obviously I'm making a judgment on what I stand in the comic shop and look at the shelves and pick up and flick through and see if it's any good. I tend to stick to shows that I know, so obviously the X-Files series that came out, Star Wars comics, Doctor Who comics. So I tend to play it a bit safe, but occasionally I might just strike out and pick something up. That's how I found Runaways. It was randomly sat on the shelf and I thought that looks good, and I picked that up. Yeah, I think I've waffled as usual. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do check out some comics, see what you fancy. There are some brilliant writers out there, some great artists out there, and there's some very good stories being told in the comic form. Don't give up on them and don't look down on them just because they're not books. Thank you for watching. Happy reading. Bye.